This is a special presentation of Tiger Sports on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 and 101.9 FM.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9. We are just about ready to get started with Game 2 of our doubleheader. Both coaches have met at home plates. The Tigers are just about ready to take the field as they're standing in front of their dugout. Alamogordo winner 3-1 in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Gadsden will try to bounce back and get one game of the series. Tigers do get the season series against Gadsden with the victory, so Alamo 8-17 and 2-12 in district. Gadsden 0-14 in district and 7-19 overall on the year. 7-18 overall on the year. So the Tigers will send out to Billy Copeland to pitch here in game number 2. And out in left field, Daniel Silva. Center fielder for the Tigers again will be Cade Kiss. Right field here in game 2 is Keegan Stagner. Infield, Brandon Williams will be playing at third base with shortstop A.J. Paz, Aiden Tupper at second. First baseman's Preston Eldred, and Jaden Ruiz will get the start behind home plate. And we'll be getting you the Gadsden lineup as we go along in this game. It looks like they will start Nieto again, and Ryan Nieto in the leadoff hitter. So the Tigers will have their one senior pitcher that's still pitching at this point. Again, kind of a bummer we didn't really get to see Cade Kiss pitch a whole bunch this year. He's somebody that's, he's going to do well at the college baseball level and pitching. It was a lot of fun to watch him last year. Just unfortunately with being a little banged up this year, we didn't get a chance to watch him as much. And by the way, 26 was not for the year. There was a young man wearing number 26. I'm guessing he normally plays junior varsity because actually isn't listed on the Alamogordo roster. And unfortunately, I didn't think to write down his name when they announced him a little bit earlier. So my apologies on that. Let me see maybe if he is on the online roster. No, he's not. Maybe he's on the junior varsity roster. Check that out. But the let's see here. Well, as I look at the JV roster, I don't see on there as well. So I'm honestly not sure on that one. But Aiden Tupper, Cade Kiss, and Billy Copeland, Keegan Stagner, all out there for game 2 as well. Jackson Cole, wouldn't be surprised to maybe see him pitch another inning in this game. You never know. As Copeland going through his final warm-up pitches here. And we're almost ready to get Game 2 underway between the Tigers and the Gadsden Panthers. Alamogordo in their white home jerseys with black pinstripes, black numerals and lettering. Alamogordo in cursive across the front, all of it outlined in gold. Gadsden, meanwhile, in their black road jerseys, and they may be home and away, actually, but black jerseys with maroon numerals, tan outline. No pinstripe. They do have a maroon and tan stripe that goes down the side of their pant legs. So we're ready to get this one going. And Nieto will step up to the plate as the Tigers and the Panthers close out their season here. Both teams, as we said at the beginning of the broadcast, the first game in the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show, that neither of these teams are going to be playing postseason baseball, unfortunately, but for a bunch of seniors on both sides, last opportunity to play high school baseball. Graduation's just a few weeks away. And I tell you what, it looks like a completely different day out here now. It was overcast and it's still windy and chilly, but it was just kind of dreary looking. The sun has come out now. And really a beautiful night. We might get a really, really good sunset. We'll see. First pitch from Copeland's in for a strike to Nieto. And we are underway here in game number 2. Tigers and Panthers. I don't have an update for you guys in Alamogordo softball. I've been waiting to see if they were going to update it on Max Preps. You expect Alamogordo to win those 2 games, but no guarantee, obviously. 0-2 now to Nieto. As Copeland, the righty, into his motion. Here's the pitch. And this will be fought off foul up the first base side. And the count will stay 0-2. Coach Winrow giving Preston Elder a little bit of grief for not running a little bit faster to that one. He wasn't going to get to it anyway, but Preston making some moves over there. Copeland ready to bring the 0-2. Fouled off again. This one will get well out of play. And the count will remain 0-2. Aiden Dominguez will hit in the 2 spot again for Gadsden. Said we'll let you know their order as we go through it. Ground ball over towards third. Williams has got it cleanly. Toss on to first, and a good scoop as that one hopped right near the glove of Eldred, and he was able to secure that cleanly. 5-3 on the putout. Well done on all ends there. And there's one down with Dominguez coming to the plate. Dominguez had a good pitching effort in game 1. Gadsden just had a really bad 6th inning. Tigers did a great job playing small ball. Drew a couple walks, put down a couple bunt singles, and found a way to get 3 runs up on the board. And this is hard hit and foul out of play, 0-1. Into the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Copeland looks sharp here in his first couple hitters faced. Sebastian Andrade will be next for Gadsden as we await the 0-2. And a called strike 3 on a breaking ball from Tupper. And the Tigers, 2 quick outs as Sebastian Andrade will come to the plate. Andrade DH'd in the first game. And I'm going to assume that the catcher, Dom Hernandez, is due up next. Swing and a miss from Andrade, 0-1. And it is Hernandez, as he's got his catching gear on. And here's a soft little ground ball hit towards second. Tupper is going to underhand it and toss it on to Eldred, and that is the end of the inning. So the Tigers able to get all 3 outs in pretty simple fashion there. And that is going to be the end of 1. As we go to the bottom of the first, Tigers back up to... You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9.
Here in our community, we honor the strength of our military families and their children during Military Child Month. First National Bank is honored to support the families who serve, and we thank you for your service.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is Leanne Bain from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off high interest rate bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all on subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
as the Tigers will send Aiden Tupper up to the plate. And it'll be Rogelio Gomez Jr. pitching for the Panthers here in Game 2. And the righty will miss a little bit high. And we are underway. Dom Hernandez, the catcher again here in Game 2 for the Panthers. And in there for a strike, and the count is 1-1. Been trying to scrabble together the defense for Gadsden. And lined and foul out of play by Tupper, and he falls behind in the count 1-2. Check swing, they say went around, and it's a strikeout for Gomez and the Tigers with their first out. Dominguez playing shortstop here in Game 2, so there's one changeup. Basically just switch spots with Gomez. And Antonio Castillo is in right field here in Game 2. High pop-up that should be playable left side of the infield, and it is going to be the left, or the third baseman, I should say, making the grab for the Panthers. That's number 17, Sebastian Andrade. So he is at third here in Game 2. And they'll bring up Cade Kiss. Yanez is still over at first base, and second base is Ryan Nieto. I believe it's Aaron Boulad in center. We have a pitch or a switch hitting or switch pitching. So he pitched lefty there. Did Gomez? I'm not sure I've ever seen that before. I got to be honest. So Gomez threw lefty to Kiss. Interesting. I'm trying to think. Did he throw lefty to? He must have thrown lefty to Paz. That's intriguing. I think it'd be kind of fun to watch tonight. So he's gonna go back. He's staying lefty here. He did pitch righty to begin. That's not crazy, right? Yeah, he was pitching righty to begin the game. Pitch misses down and in. Or he does that with his glove, to be honest. Maybe I don't know. Let me just. I could have sworn he pitched righty at the beginning. Pick off, throw to first, and Kiss will be in there. Now I'm questioning myself. I'm questioning everything. And going to miss on the 1-0, 2-0 here to Eldred. I was focusing on trying to get all the defensive players. I don't think when I was watching him warm up, he was throwing righty. Down and in. Just sort of leaks away from Dominguez, 3-0. And a walk as the pitch misses inside to Eldred. And the Tigers have first and second base here with 2 out in the inning. And Jaden Ruiz, who had a couple hits in the last game, will try to make something happen for the Tigers in the bottom of the first. Okay, he's gone back to righty. I was making sure that I wasn't... I'm not sure I've ever seen that before, where a pitcher has gone from right-handed pitching to left-handed pitching. That's pretty cool. And it's in the dirt. I always wonder why that hasn't, why there haven't been more players that have tried to make that work. I mean, I'm sure we've seen it in the majors and other places, but ground ball towards second and took a high hop, but Nieto recovered nicely and The throw was a little bit off the mark, but Yanez was able to recover and get to the bag and get the out. And so the Panthers keep the Tigers from getting on the scoreboard in the bottom of the first. Alamo leaves 2 on. We go to the top of the second with no score on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Vacations, weekend getaway, consolidations, appliances, furniture, medical repairs, and more. When life happens, OFCU has a loan for that. Personal loans are as low as 9.99% APR. Apply in person or online today at oterofcu.org. All loans subject to credit approval and restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Our success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Here in our community, we honor the strength of our military families and their children during Military Child Month. First National Bank is honored to support the families who serve, and we thank you for your service.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
Remember, if something seems too good to be true, it often is. This is Emily from First National Bank. Trust your instincts and stay vigilant to online fraud. Protect yourself from becoming a victim. Think before you act. If you have concerns, contact your bank for further assistance.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. And Dom Hernandez will lead it off for Gadsden as Billy Copeland will miss outside on the first offering. 4, 5, and 6 in the order for Gadsden after Copeland got a couple of groundouts and a strikeout in inning number 1. Good Brecken ball that's in there for a strike. 1-1. Dirt. 2-1. The pitch from Copeland. That's going to miss. And it's 3-1. Copeland ready to go, and here comes the pitch. It's up that, going to get out of play back in our direction. 3-2. We'll say the sound effects that I hear. Some of them I don't quite understand. 3-2. And this hit pretty well out to center field, but Kiss is going to just move a little bit to his left and get underneath it for the first out, and the Tigers now face Richard Yanez, the lefty, and first baseman for the Panthers. First time for Yanez seeing, well, he might have seen him down in Gadsden. Copeland came in and pitched an inning to close out that game on Tuesday. And this one is going to be sent over towards short, and Paz unable to grab that. He had didn't get out of his stance very well, and it was in the air, and when he got to it, just went off his glove. And so an E6, and that'll put the Panthers with a base runner on. Came off the bat. I thought that was going out into left center field. Maybe Paz thought the same thing. As number 23, Antonio Castillo, will come to plate out in right field here in game number 2. Low and away, Ruiz able to snag that nicely. That was good on Yanez to be running up the line as fast as he was. As that'll be in there for a strike, and the count evens up at 1-1 on Castillo. Ball got away from Copeland as Ruiz threw it back to him, but didn't allow the runner to advance to second. Copeland with a couple checks to first, and then will miss, and the count is 2-1. So far, his miss has been on that slider, missing low and away. Yeah, this is going to be hit well out to left center field. That'll get down. Kiss gets to it, and the runner will hold at second. And so a single for Castillo. And there's runners on first and second for the Panthers as they threaten. And we'll see number 64 for Gadsden. That is Adam Soria, who came in as a pinch hitter in the last game. And then next in the order is going to be Goitia. First pitch going to miss. Eldred playing a little bit up from first base, maybe thinking there might be a bunt. Swing and a miss, and 1-1. Copeland from the stretch. Here's the pitch. A little bit of a late offering there from Soria on a pitch that was down and inside. It's outside. Didn't get Soria to go after that one, and the count is 2-2. An error and a single has got Gadsden threatening in the top of the second inning. No score. As they've got runners on first and second. Swing and a miss, and struck him out. That should have been strike three. Is the umpire unsure of the count? Did he foul tip it? Okay, they're saying that he tipped it. That's what it is. So the home plate umpire was checking with the field umpire to see if he thought he heard a foul tip, and I think the umpires concurred. I didn't hear it, but again, that means nothing. No argument from the Alamogordo dugout. Swing and a miss, and this time they get him out. So a strikeout for Copeland. It's his second of the game, and there's two down, and it'll bring up Ezekiel Goitia. Goitia. Sometimes names throw me off. So 2 outs and 2 on for Gadsden. Pitch from Copeland is going to miss. Oh, no, called strike. And the count is 0-1. A little bit of a late strike call. As that was, I don't think it caught the outside corner. The 0-1, and that's going to hit him. So Copeland loses control of it there, and it's a hit by pitch, and the bases are loaded. And getting a chance to hit here in game number 2 is going to be Chris Arambula. He was DH'd for in the last game. So number 99 comes to plate. I see a lot of 99s in high school baseball. First pitch in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Copeland going to miss high. Ball just clipped off the glove, but not far enough away for the runners to try to make an advance, and so it'll be 1-1. Well, sun has set. Sunset was, thought we might have a really good one. And like, The 1-1. And a ground ball to second. Tupper got it cleanly. Toss on to first, and the inning is over. Tigers get out of a bases-loaded jam after a error single and a hit by pitch. Put 3 on, but the Tigers keep it a scoreless game as we go to the bottom of the second on the Rich Simona scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
Vacations, weekend getaway, consolidations, appliances, furniture, medical repairs, and more. When life happens, OFCU has a loan for that. Personal loans are as low as 9.99% APR. Apply in person or online today at oterofcu.org. All loans subject to credit approval and restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. We go to the bottom of the second. No score. We went all the way to the sixth inning with no score in game one. As the home plate umpire was, I assume, changing something in his lineup card. And he's now making his way back behind home plate. Nothing that I could notice. So I think I've got all the defensive setup for Gadsden now. Gomez starting righty in this inning. I'm trying to remember if he did this last year too, because I feel like for some reason I remember something like this. But and then the 1-0 just misses, 2-0. So it's Brandon Williams, Keegan Stagner, and Clifford Phillips that'll do up this inning, and that's going to miss outside. 3-0. Wind still are starting to pick up again, or at least just kind of comes in gusts. And the pitch will miss high, and that's a walk. So Williams will get a leadoff walk for the Tigers. So it's Gomez, the pitcher, and then behind home plate is Dom Hernandez, the first baseman, Richard Yanes. Second base is Ryan Nieto. Shortstop is Aiden Dominguez. Sebastian Andrade is the third baseman. In left field is Ezekiel Cuetia. The center fielder, Chris Arambula, and the right fielder is Antonio Castillo. Called strike on the first offering to Stagner, and it's 0-1. The 0-1. That's in there on the inside for a strike. Like the umpire or the catcher had set up on the outside, but pitch came in. By the way, lefty again here for Gomez. And this is hit pretty well out to left field, but high in the air and should be playable. Well, not caught Well, the left fielder did make enough of a run in on it, and then the shortstop, Dominguez, was unable to secure it. That's a difficult play for the shortstop. I'm going to give Stagner the single, but just for how long the ball was up in the air, and I think the wind certainly helped Alamo there, similar to when Copeland was unable to grab that infield fly earlier. That it just knocked it down. It is blowing in from straightaway left field pretty much. So anything hit in the air in that direction is you're going to have to overplay it. Called strike on the first pitch to Phillips, and it's 0-1. Phillips is going to foul it off, 0-2. Clifford, the DH in this game. He's DHing for Billy Copeland. Tigers with 2 on and nobody outs. Phillips hitting from the right-hand side. By the way, he's pitching righty, and he's going to get the strikeout there. His second strikeout of the game, and there's 1 down, and Daniel Selva will get his first at-bat of the day. Did not play in game 1. Silva steps into the right-hand batter's box. And a swing and a miss from Silva, as that one was tailing away from him, 0-1. Walking a single for the Tigers here this inning, same as the first inning. And that is going to miss outside. Count evens up at 1-1. And in the dirt, and that's going to leak away from Dominguez, and Williams, using his speed, gets over to third base pretty easily there, and that could be big there as the Tigers put a runner at third, and a fly ball here from Silva could bring in the first run of the game. Hernandez is going to send out defensive instructions to his team. I don't think they would try and steal a Stagner on the double steal here, but maybe, especially with Williams' speed at third. Stagner does not go. Swing and a miss from Silva. And the count evens up at 2-2. We're in the bottom of the second inning on the Richardson Motor scoreboard with nothing up there yet in the run category. Tigers trying to change that here with runners in the corners and 1 out. Silva gets a piece of it, and they are going to go to first and get the out there. Williams has to hold at third. Stagner does advance to second. On the Tuppers' task now to try to bring that run in from third. I got to keep remembering to mention which arm Gomez is throwing there. I think he did do righty that last. Yes, he was throwing righty that last at bat. Seems to have a little bit more velocity on the ball when he throws righty, as that pitch will miss. And it's 1-0 to Tupper. Is just going to miss as well, and it's 2-0. Oh, and there's a balk from Gomez as Williams was kind of racing up the line, and it caught his attention. Gomez had already gone into his motion, and so he balks, and the run will score. I don't think Williams is going to try to steal home or anything, but .3-0 to Tupper is going to miss outside, and Tupper is going to head over to first base. So it'll be A.J. Paz coming up And back to the lefty, and that one's going to get away. Stagner will come in and score from third, and the Tigers lead 2-0. Tupper will advance to second on the play as well. And so Alamogordo leads 2-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. So 1-0 to pause. And again, Gomez has switched to throwing lefty again. And that's going to miss high. And looking for the outside corner. Quick throw back to the pitcher there. Oh, no, they're going to call that a strike. So 2-1. That's in there for a strike, and a throw out to second as Tupper has been kind of moving a lot out there at second base, so trying to pick off out that direction. He really hasn't gotten that far away, but there's been a lot of movement. The 2-2 to pause, and he's going to lift a little fly ball out to center. It's going to be grabbed by Arambula, and that will end the inning. But the Tigers scored 2 runs, one on a balk, one on a wild pitch. A walk, a single, and a walk in the inning for Alamogordo. And we go to the top of the third with the Tigers in front, 2-0. You're listening to Tiger Baseball here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. Banking should be personal. It's the comfort of being greeted by name, celebrating life's milestones, and staying connected to what matters most. Because when your bank truly knows you, you're never just another transaction. We're proud to support you on your financial journey and serve in the communities we call home. First National Bank, where community and commitment come together. Stop in today and experience the difference.
First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle,
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Almost Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019, as the first pitch misses to Nieto. He grounded out in his first at-bat. Billy Copeland continues pitching, and this is hit pretty well out to left field, and it's going to drop down in front of Stagner. And that puts a runner on first base for the Panthers to begin the inning. And it'll bring up Aiden Dominguez, who struck out in his first at-bat. Oh for 1 on the evening. 2-0 Tigers. The Tigers got on with a walk from Williams, a single from Stagner. Williams got over third on a wild pitch and then would score on a balk. And then Stagner would score later in the inning on a wild pitch. Low and outside. Pick-off throw from Ruiz over to first. Eldred had to get to his left to make sure that didn't work its way into the outfield. 1-0 the count at the plate to Dominguez. That pitch will miss low. And the count goes 2-0 now to Dominguez. Ruiz was again very quickly out of his stance, keeping a close eye on Nieto. At the belt, holds a couple of checks to first, to the plate in the dirt, and it's 3-0 now to Dominguez. Panthers giving themselves a good opportunity here to try to get back those 2 runs they gave up in the home half of the second. Top of the third, a single, and now 3-0 here to Dominguez. And that'll miss. So it'll be 2 on and nobody out for the Panthers. With Sebastian Andrade coming to the plate, he rounded out to third in his first at-bat back in the first inning. As we wait for everybody to be ready here, I think we're ready to go now. All right. Andrade's in the box on the right-hand side, right-handed pitching Copeland. And we'll see it fouled off to the Gadsden dugout side, 0-1 the count. Now Tigers would love a ground ball here. Get a chance to turn 2. They're going to show bunt. And that's going to be a strike. I don't know if they say he offered it that or if I think he called it a strike, and 0-2. Copeland sat at the belt. Here's the pitch. Now miss high. Maybe a touch inside as well to Andrade, and the count is 1-2. Yeah, big opportunity for the Panthers to try to cut into the Tigers' lead. And Copeland will step away and reset. As he hangs his right arm low, now comes ready at the belt. 2-2. That's outside. And the runner trying to get to third. Ruiz, though, is going to get him. A little bit of a late break from Nieto, and Ruiz with a fantastic throw over to Williams at third. They tag him out. It did allow Dominguez to advance to second, but there's 1 down now. 2-2 the count at the plate, or 3-2? I guess it's 3-2. Yes, maybe. I lost one somewhere along the way. Copeland, couple of checks. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to third. Williams has got it cleanly. Holds the runner at second. They'll try to move to third here as Copeland, or I should say Eldred throws over to third, but it's going to be late. The ball trickled away from Williams, but it was backed up nicely there by Paz. So it'll be 2 down and a runner on third. Again, a 5-3 ground out for Andrade, and Dom Hernandez with the opportunity to at least get 1 across here in the inning for the Panthers. He popped out to center field his first time at bat. As Gadsden's catcher steps into the right-hand batter's box. Copeland winds and deals. That's in there for a strike, and the count's 0-1. Now working out of his full motion. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, and 0-2. So after a rough start to the inning, the single and then a 4-pitch walk to Dominguez, he's a strike away from getting out of this inning with no damage done. Here comes the 0-2. And just getting a piece of it and keeping the at-bat alive. Well done by Hernandez as he's able to trickle that up the third base line. The 0-2. Going to miss inside, and, well, Dominguez got really far away from the bag. Oh, they say they didn't get him. Williams went to apply the tag, and the Tigers thought they had gotten out of the inning there. And Ruiz made a really nice throw. Tigers thought that they had caught Dominguez. For a little while there, Williams wasn't advancing over the bag at third, and Ruiz was sort of scooting up the third base line, running the runner back. Here comes the 1-2. That's low and away. And the count's 2-2. Yeah, there's been a couple of base running miscues for Gadsden going back to game one and back to how the game ended in game one. Copeland ready to go. Here's the pitch. And a hard hit ground ball. Paz has got it. That's going to be a hard throw. Not going to get it. Oh, they're going to say he's out. My goodness. I thought Dominguez beat that out. Woo. I don't know about that, y'all. That was really close. That was a heck of a throw by Paz, but I thought Dominguez had beaten that out, or Hernandez, rather, I should say, had beaten that out, and it would have been Dominguez scoring. So that's a tough one. We've got the Gadsden coach coming out and coming out to the field umpire to talk it over. I don't know if they're going to ask to the home plate umpire in this or not. Close play for sure, but we'll go ahead and hold it right here real quick before we go to the break, just simply because if they do change it, we'd continue the inning. Doesn't look like they are going to change it. Yeah. All right, so we go to the bottom of the third inning. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Vacations, weekend getaway, consolidations, appliances, furniture, medical repairs, and more. When life happens, OFCU has a loan for that. Personal loans are as low as 9.99% APR. Apply in person or online today at oterofcu.org. All loans subject to credit approval. Other restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Welcome back to Tiger Field. The Alamogordo Tigers in front 2-0 against the Gadsden Panthers. And Cade Kiss will lead it off in the bottom of the third inning. Kiss a single in his first at-bat. And throwing lefty to start is Gomez, and he'll miss outside. Counts 1-0. And that pitch in there for a strike, and the count evens up at 1-1. Kiss going to hit this pretty well out to right field, and Castillo going after it. He is not going to get there. Kiss is going to round the corner and head towards third base looking for a triple. He will get there standing up, and Cade Kiss on senior night with a stand-up triple as he got into that one well up the first base line, and the Tigers right away have a runner in scoring position with Preston Eldred coming to the plate. He walked in his first at-bat. And switching back to righty is Gomez, and a swing and a miss, or maybe that was a foul off. I'm not sure. I think it was a foul off. The win off of the home plate umpire is Charles Devine, the home plate umpire here in Game 2, and he's just taking a second to regather himself. And so 1-0 or 0-1 the count to Eldred. And the offering. And this is hit out to right field. And this is going, I think, get beyond Castillo as well. Kiss will score on the play. Eldred will work his way to second. And the Tigers go triple-double to begin the inning. And they lead 3-0. So opposite field there for Preston Eldred. Whereas Kiss had pulled it up the line being a lefty. And now Jaden Ruiz is going to try to keep it going here for Alamogordo. Leading now 3-0 in the bottom of the third inning. Ruiz, a ground out his first time up. And just a foul tip there from Ruiz. 0-1. Tigers now with 4 hits on the evening. Good breaking ball in there for a strike from Gomez. 0-2. And Ruiz going to hit this hard out to left center. Nice play by the center fielder as Arambula was on his horse quick and was able to get to that. They were playing shallow. That was a big thing, defensively there for Gadsden. And the center fielder, man, he was on it fast to be able to get out there and grab that. I talked about how the wind certainly not helping the outfielders in that direction. Swing and a miss from Brandon Williams on the first offering to him. But a really nice defensive play to get the first out of the inning. I don't know if that would have scored a run because Eldred was having to hold the bag at second, but it would have been corners with nobody out. The 0-1. That'll miss up and away. 1-1 now to Williams. He walked and would eventually score later in that inning on a balk. 1-1. He sends this opposite field, and that's going to drop in for a base knock. Eldred will... Williams going to try to go to second on the play, and he's going to get caught in between. As they will try to get him. No, I guess they did get Williams, but Eldred able to score on the play as they were... Is Williams out? Okay, Williams is out, but the run scores, so the Tigers will take that for sure, as they were focused on the rundown in between second base and first base, and the run scored. There's 2 outs now, but the Tigers will take the run. It's 4-0. And that'll be inside, it looks like, 1-0. Keegan Stagner, who singled his first time at bat. And a swing and a miss from Stagner. Count evens up at 1-1. So 2 runs in the second and 2 in the third here for the Tigers, and they've now worked themselves in front 4-0. Big swing and a miss there from Stagner, 1-2. Outside, 2-2. And that'll be outside as well. 3-2. And that'll miss as well. And that'll be a walk as Stagner will head over to first base. Gomez had got himself had the count there and missed pretty much in the same spot 3 straight times. And so Stagner at first base, and Clifford Phillips will come to the plate. He struck out in his first at-bat. And Gomez will go back to pitching lefty here out of the stretch. And he'll hit the outside corner on a called strike, 0-1. I think in this case, gives him a better opportunity to throw to first base and keep a close eye on him, 1-1. high pop up to the right side of the infield. And it's going to land in foul territory as Yanez was going after it. It was almost a collision between him and Phillips. So they're going to call interference on Phillips. Now, I guess Clifford, he's running as hard as he can over to first base and made that a little bit more difficult for Yanez to get to it, and so that will end the inning. So we go to the top of the fourth. The Tigers in front 4-0 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. This is Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Hi, this is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. Community banks are so much more than just a bank in a community. We offer favorable rates and low fees. We are the volunteers that step up to help at local schools, youth sports, and non-for-profit organizations. Community bankers support the community where we all live, work, and play.
Putting you first is in our name. First National Bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans are subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Richard Yanez leads it off for Gadsden. First pitch missed high and tight on him. Now to miss outside 2-0 as the lefty is in for the second time. He reached on a Tiger error in his last at-bat. Here comes the 2-0, and that'll be outside as well. 3-0. It's 5, 6, and 7, the order for Gadsden. And that's going to miss inside. And that'll be a walk. It is the second walk surrendered by Copeland. He's also given up a hit by pitch and 2 hits today. So leadoff base runner for the Panthers for the second straight inning. And it'll be Antonio Castillo who has one of those 2 hits for the Panthers. He steps up from the right-hand batter's box. Copeland going to miss low and outside, and it's 1-0. Entering Ruiz kind of made a motion for Copeland to kind of stretch himself out. Ooh, that one misses inside. Thought it was going to hit Castillo for a second, but it was able to work itself at least closer to the plate, 2-0. That's a called strike, 2-1. That'll miss outside. 3-1. Same pitch. 3-1's in the dirt. And it'll be back-to-back walks for Copeland, and that'll bring Coach Nathan Winrow to talk it out with his pitcher and infield here with 2 on and nobody out in the top of the 4th inning. and only able to get one strike across there in those first two hitters. Copeland had pretty good control early on in the game, but especially in the last, that first inning, he had good control. It's kind of been, and I will say Gadsden was swinging kind of early in at-bats, and now they've been showing a little more patience, and it's given them base runners and better opportunities. So it'll bring up Adam Soria for the second time. He struck out in his first at-bat, one of two strikeouts. Yes, two strikeouts for Copeland today. And so Copeland will work out of the stretch here with 2 on and nobody out. Same position he was in the last inning. Showing bunts, and they put down a pretty good one. Copeland, though, is going to have trouble getting to that. And so Soria gets over to first base and an infield single. An excellent bunt from Soria. And the base is loaded now with nobody out as Ezekiel. Yeah. Is it Ezekiel Gautier? I feel like that's a new. Yeah. Let's see here. Number 9. Fouled off. Yeah. I don't know why I'm looking at the name on the back and it looks like a different name from up here. Yeah, I think it actually is a different player there. Here's the pitch. And it's hard hit, and it's a base hit. Into the outfield, 1 run will score, and that will be it. So it'll be 4-1 on the single. As Carlos Cortez came up and able to make the play for the Panthers. It's kind of interesting that there was some over the third base coach seemed to be unhappy. There was somebody from the dugout that thought they should have sent the runner home, I think. And that misses up. And he left his position over at third base, so interesting. Fouled off. And it's 1-1. Arambula is at the plate. And I can't tell if that's a different coach that's there or not now. Fouled off again, and 1-2. So 1 run across. Tigers still playing the infield in. Tigers still have a 3-run lead as Copeland into his motion. Here's the pitch, and that's low and away. 2-2. 2 walks and 2 hits in the inning for the Panthers. Has brought 1 run across. And Copeland sends the 2-2. That's going to miss low. And the count 3-2 now. So, yeah, it's ball 4. I was going to say, nobody made a call there. I was going to say they missed it inside. The umpire, I thought he was kind of moving towards making a strike call there, but it misses inside. Maybe he changed his mind, but it's an RBI and a walk. And let's see if Alamogordo's got anybody in the bullpen working. Not at the moment. But Gadsden still with nobody out and the bases loaded. And they're back to the top of the order. And this will be fouled off by Ryan Nieto, who has singled and grounded out in his 2 at-bats. Here comes the 0-1. And he'll send this foul out of play. And Copeland, who hasn't been working ahead in the count very much in this inning, is got it 0-2. Can't overstate it. A strikeout would be massive here for the Tiger pitcher. As the 0-2's on the way. And a swing and a miss and got him. So big strikeout there from Copeland. Nieto went chasing one that was getting outside. And so one down, and Aiden Dominguez will come to the plate with a strikeout and a walk in his 2 tries. I think he had 2 hits in the first game. I know he had 1 for sure. So dangerous part of the order here for Gadsden, as that's in the dirt, and it's 1-0. Tigers have backed off there in field. Take a double play here, trying to end the inning. As that wasn't too far inside there, and Dominguez was backing out of the way, 2-0. And the pitch. That'll be a called strike. 2-1. That's a good breaking ball. Umpire got a little too excited there. He thought that was strike 3 and called another strike. 2-2. So the count even now on Dominguez. That's in the dirt, and that's going to get away to the backstop. Ruiz able to get there, and the throw, and a gag. And so the Tigers keep a 3rd run from scoring. Yeah, that was one that they probably should have scored on. I mean, it did take a nice carom off the backstop to Ruiz, but it was good on Copeland to get to the spot and protect the plate. 3-2 the count now here to Dominguez. Runners on 2nd and 3rd, but the run does not score. And a soft little ground ball hits a 3rd, and they're not going to be able to get him. Williams, he threw it over to first. Yeah, he did, but didn't get it there in time. And the run will score. That was unlucky there for the Tigers, as it was a little dribbler and a difficult play for Williams to do it. And a lot of credit to Dominguez. He was scooting up the line to make that a difficult play on the Tiger 3rd baseman. And Gadsden has brought it almost all the way back here. It's 4-3. Infield RBI single for Dominguez. Copeland's first pitch will miss. 1-0. Sebastian Andrade has grounded out to 3rd twice, 0 for 2 on the evening. Pick-off throw to first, and Dominguez will get back to the bag. Copeland comes set. And this will be fouled off back to the screen by Andrade, and it's 1-1. 3 runs home in the inning for Gadsden. Started off with a pair of walks, then a single, and then an RBI single from Cortez. A walk to Arambula. And then an infield single for Dominguez. Brought another run in. And then a quick throw by Ruiz on a pitch that missed inside. He goes over to 3rd, try and catch Arambula, but he was back to the bag easily. 2-1. Swing and a miss from Andrade. 2-2. Copeland set itself. Here's the pitch. And a called strike 3, and the inning is over. And so the Tigers give up 3 runs. Panthers leave 2 on. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Alamogordo still in front. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230, 1019.
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Vacations, weekend getaway, consolidations, appliances, furniture, medical repairs, and more. When life happens, OFCU has a loan for that. Personal loans are as low as 9.99% APR. Apply in person or online today at oterofcu.org. All loans subject to credit approval and restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. As the Tigers at the plate with Daniel Silva. First pitch on the inside corner for a strike, and the next one hits the outside corner for a strike as well, and it's 0-2. And a swing and a miss from Silva as Gomez gets the strikeout. And the perfect start to the inning for the Panthers after 3 runs in the top half. They get it started with a K, and it'll be Aiden Tupper coming to the plate. He has struck out once, also walked. 0 for 1. It'll be his third at-bat of the evening. Steps into the right-hand batter's box, by the way. As that first pitch is going to miss a little bit up. Counts 1-0. And gets it in for a strike on the outer half. Count evens up at 1-1. Gomez winds and deals, and that'll miss up. 2-1 the count. Gomez, by the way, has thrown only righty in this inning. And that's in there for a strike as he goes back to the fastball. Count evens up at 2-2. And that'll miss outside. And the count runs full 3-2. And Tupper protecting the plate, fouls it off, and keeps the at-bat alive, 3-2. Game 2 of our doubleheader, about halfway through. Tigers won the first game 3-1. They lead in this game 4-3, and that pitch is going to miss high. And it's a walk for Tupper. As A.J. Paz will come to the plate. A couple of pop-outs for him, one to center, one to the third baseman. And back to lefty for Rogelio Gomez. Paz will watch that in there for a strike. And the count's 0-1. That's down and away. As the count evens up at 1-1. Cade Kissney on deck circle with a single and a triple tonight. I'll also watch that one miss outside. 2-1. Gomez is going to reset. And now is ready at the belt. And this will be lined to left field for a base hit. So the Tigers go walk single with one out. And Cade Kiss, who has hit the ball very well tonight, steps in for his third at-bat. Tripled out to right field in his last at-bat. Singled in his first try. And trying to scratch back some of those runs the Tigers gave up in the top half of the inning. Gomez will go back to pitching righty now. And that's a foul off. Got jammed as that came inside on Kiss. Counts 0-1. And this is going to be a high pop-up. This might stay in play over the third base side. Gadsden gives chase, and did he make the grab? He did. Couldn't tell from over here, but he does make the catch against the fence. Well done. I think that was the third baseman, Andrade, that was able to get to that. Heck of a play there, and Kiss is out for the first time tonight. Big, big out there for the Panthers. And now it's 2 down with runners on first and second. And time going to be called as one of the Gadsden coaches will go out and talk to his pitcher in infield. Eldred has walked and doubled tonight. Run scored as well. Preston looking for a big hit. Aiden's got good speed at second, and he'll be able to go on contact. So anything into the outfield for Eldred, and that should score at least one run. Also allows the Tigers base runners, along with Jaden Ruiz, Preston Eldred, go over to talk to their third base coach before the next pitch. The meeting on the mound breaks up. And the Panthers certainly want to keep the Tigers off the scoreboard after cutting it to a 1-run lead for the Tigers in the top half of the fourth inning. Alamo trying to make something happen. Their cleanup hitter at the plate. And that'll miss outside. 1-0 to Eldred. And a chopper to third, but that's going to go foul. Count is 1-1. Swing and a miss from Eldred. 1-2. And a hard hit ball that is to short. And oh, they messed up on the flip to second base as Dominguez tried to get it to Nieto, and Nieto couldn't squeeze it, and it'll load the bases here for Jaden Ruiz, who has lined out and grounded out in his 2 tries. Well, it's an error there, but I'm not sure E4, E6, but also one of those that I don't know if it would have been better if Dominguez just ran to the bag himself. It was a close play. Credit to Paz for at least making them move a bit quicker than they maybe wanted to there. As that misses outside to Ruiz, 1-0. So Ruiz back into the box, heading from the right-hand side. Gomez throwing righty. Swing and a miss, 1-1. And if you're just tuning in, you wonder why I keep mentioning which arm that Gomez is throwing with it. I mean, I do that a lot anyway, but he has pitched righty and lefty in this game and does well both sides. The 1-1. That's a breaking ball. That's going to miss up. 2-1. And that'll miss up. And 3-1. So 2 outs and the base is loaded. Can the Tigers take advantage of a Gadsden miscue that should have ended the inning? The 3-1. That's in there for a strike. 3-2. So the runners will be able to get a head start here on a 3-2 count with 2 outs. And the base is loaded. Big opportunity for Jaden Ruiz. And a couple hits in the first game. And a swing and a miss and struck him out. So well done there by Gomez as he was able to get out of the jam. Tigers leave 3 on. Got him on with a walk, an error, and a single. And Alamogordo still holds on to the lead, but Gadsden cuts into it big time here in the 4th inning. It's 4-3 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Baseball and Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Here in our community, we honor the strength of our military families and their children during Military Child Month. First National Bank is honored to support the families who serve, and we thank you for your service.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is Leanne Bain from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off high interest rate bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all loans subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle,
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Top of the 5th inning, and after the Tigers had jumped in front 4-0 with a couple of runs in the 2nd and 3rd each, Panthers score 3 runs in the top of the 4th, and it's a 4-3 ball game after the Tigers left the bases loaded in the home half of the 4th inning. Dom Hernandez, the cleanup hitter for Gadsden, leads it off. Pop out and a ground out in his 2 tries, and a swing and a miss on the first offering as Billy Copeland continues on the bump for the Tigers. Copeland and Ruiz, the battery. As Copeland into his motion, here's the pitch. That's outside. 1-1. Eldred, Tupper, Paz, and Williams, the infield for the Tigers. Outfield is Stagner, Kiss, and a ground ball over towards third. It's going to be a difficult play for Williams on the run. Throws to first. They got him. Well, Hernandez, second time that he's that one, I think he was out for sure in that 3rd inning where a run almost scored. He did a good job of running out both of those and making it close. 1 down. It'll bring up Richard Yanis, who has reached on a walk and an error in this game and scored a run in the 4th inning. That's in the dirt. 1-0. Here's the pitch from Copeland. That's a called strike. Count evens up at 1-1. Swing and a miss after Yanez went after a low one, 1-2. Copeland looking for a nice bounce back after a tough top of the fourth inning. And the Tigers sticking with him out on the mound. And there's a ground ball up the middle for a base hit. Tigers were shading the second baseman closer to first base there, Tupper, and left a pretty good hole. And a base knock for Giannis. And that'll bring up Antonio Castillo now. Castillo, a single and a walk. He's had a good day so far. 1 for 1 and a run scored. That's in there for a strike at the knees, 0-1. And a ground ball hit to shortstop. Paz will make the throw to second and get the force out there. They tried to turn two, but didn't move along quick enough. So fielder's choice. And 6-4. Giannis is out at second. Castillo will take his place at first. And Adam Soria will come to the plate for the third time. He reached on a single his last time up. Pickoff throw to first, and the runner is back in time. Softly fouled, and the count evens up at 1-1. Or I should say 0-2, I'm sorry. Count goes to 0-2 now. And looking for that outside corner, doesn't get the call. 1-2. Runner on first for the Panthers. And here comes the pitch. And that breaking ball is going to, I think, miss low. 2-2. Copeland thought he had got himself a third strike there, but two. That's outside. 3-2 now. And it'll allow Castillo to get a head start here with 2 outs and a full count. Swing and a miss and struck him out. Copeland ends the inning. And the Tigers will be back up to bat in the home half of the 5th inning. They lead 4-3 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk.
Vacations, weekend getaway, consolidations, appliances, furniture, medical repairs, and more. When life happens, OFCU has a loan for that. Personal loans are as low as 9.99% APR. Apply in person or online today at oterofcu.org. All loans subject to credit approval. Restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Our success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Here in our community, we honor the strength of our military families and their children during Military Child Month. First National Bank is honored to support the families who serve, and we thank you for your service.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
Remember, if something seems too good to be true, it often is. This is Emily from First National Bank. Trust your instincts and stay vigilant to online fraud. Protect yourself from becoming a victim. Think before you act. If you have concerns, contact your bank for further assistance.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Brandon Williams to the plate. A walk and a single in his 2 tries, and a first pitch in for a called strike. Second one's going to miss, maybe up and outside. And this is hit pretty well out towards center field, but it's going to be right at Aaron Bulla, who will make the play, and there's one down. So it'll bring up Keegan Stagner, who has singled and walked and scored a run for the Tigers tonight. Really good senior night. All the seniors have had a solid night tonight. They've all made impacts for their team in one way or another. I think Stagner's sac fly RBI ended up being the game-winning run in the first game as that pitch misses outside, 1-0. Tigers trying to come away with the doubleheader sweep and the 3-game sweep of the week. The 1-0. That's going to be low. 2-0. That'll miss outside. 3-0. So Stagner and then Phillips do up this inning for the Tigers. And that's in there for a called strike, 3-1. And that'll miss outside. It's going to be a walk here for Stagner, and it'll be Clifford Phillips as it'll be outside 1-0 for the first offering him from Gomez. Phillips got just a little piece of it, and it's going to go foul up the third base line, and the count will even up at 1-1. Runner on first with one down, and here comes the pitch. And on this outside, 2-1. Now we've gotten 2 really competitive games today, and the whole series has been competitive. So been fun to watch this baseball as this is fouled off in that play by Phillips, 2-2. And as we've talked about, Tigers unfortunately won't be making a postseason trip this year. And neither will Gadsden, so both of these teams want to finish off on a winning note. Swing and a miss, and then a pickoff throw to first, and the runner gets back in time, but it is the second out. As Daniel Silva will come to the plate for the third time. 0 for 2 on the night. That's outside. Oh, and then got away from the catcher, and a throw to second. Not going to get him. It was close. Hernandez, he went to try and get it out of his glove as quickly as he could and lost the handle on it, ended up going back behind home plate. Well, a home plate umpire is actually going to put him back to first base and say, I guess because I'm not sure about that one. I guess he's going to claim that he got in the way of it, the home plate umpire. So they will put the runner back to first. And the pitch is going to miss outside. And I don't know if we're 2-0 or 1-0 here. I'll be in there for a strike. So 2-1 the count. With 2 outs and a runner on first. Tigers leading 4-3 in the bottom of the 5th inning. And that's just going to miss. 3-1. Outside, and it's a walk. So 2 walks in the inning, and the Tigers put a runner in scoring position now. And it'll be Aiden Tupper who has walked a couple of times coming up looking for his first hit of the day. He's 0 for 1. And the Tigers trying to create a little bit of breathing room for themselves here. Gomez ready to go. With 2 on and 2 out. The pitch to Tupper. That's outside. 1-0. Fastball going to miss up. 2-0. Time going to be called by Tupper for the next pitch, and Hernandez is going to go out and talk to his pitcher. As they'll chat over the next one. Tigers got 2 runs back in the first. Williams would score on a balk. Stagner would score on a wild pitch. And then Preston Eldred would pick up an RBI double after a triple from Cade Kiss. And then Williams singled and was in between second and third. They were first and second. They were trying to chase him down. That allowed Eldred to score. And that's how the Tigers got their 4 runs. This is fouled back in our direction. 2-1 now to Tupper. Gadsden's 3 runs in the 4th inning. RBI single, a walk, and another RBI single. As the 2-0's on the way, or 2-1's on the way. Pickoff throw to first. That was pretty close, but runner gets back in time. So we're 3-1 now. Swing and a miss from Tupper, 3-2. The runners will get an opportunity to start early here on 3-2 with 2 outs. Tupper will watch that one miss, and the Tigers pick up the 3rd walk of the inning. That has loaded the bases, and A.J. Paz, who singled his last time up, with a great opportunity to try to, again, create some distance between themselves and the Panthers. Now pitching lefty to the left-hander. That's in there for a called strike, 0-1. Paz going to go after one at the shoelaces, 0-2 now. And Gomez close to working out of another bases loaded jam. Got a punch out in the last inning. And Paz going to shoot this up the third base line. It's going to slice foul, though. And we'll do an 0-2 again. Coming set is Gomez. Another 2-strike pitch. That'll miss outside. And 1-2. Just a little bit after 9 o'clock, you're listening to KRSY AM 1230 and K270 CS 101.9 FM. 4-3, the Tigers lead game 2, a doubleheader. And this is going to be fouled off. Well done again by Paz. He just sort of waited on that. Tigers won the first game of the doubleheader 3-1, so they get the season series and trying to come away with the sweep on the day and the sweep of the week on a rescheduled game. We were going to play this game tomorrow night, but the rain late tonight, tomorrow, they want to make sure they could get in. It's been a nice night. This one hit in the air out towards center field. Will that get down? Yes, it will be a diving attempt by Arambula, but he's not able to get to it. 2-run score, and the Tigers lead 6-4 on the single and 2 RBIs from Paz. Now, heck of an effort there from Arambula to try and get to that. Just kind of a lazy little fly ball that was able to drop down before he could get to it. And they're playing really shallow as well, but Paz comes up with his second single of the day. And time going to be called, as I think Kiss was trying to call time, and Gomez was already into his motion. Ball ended up going towards the backstop. 6-3 Alamogordo. That was the first hit of the inning for Alamogordo. And he had gotten the base loaded on 3 walks. That'll miss low and away to Kiss, who has got a triple and a single today. The Tigers had a 4-run lead. They've pushed it back out to 3 here in the home half of the 5th. Kiss will watch that one miss low. 2-0. A big 2-out, 2-strike hit there from A.J. Paz. As that comes up and in. And Hernandez, gosh. Done that a lot. It's, you know why? Because his first name's Dom. When I see D-O-M and I want to go Dominguez. Dom Hernandez. Kiss taking, and that's going to be a called strike. 3-1. Gomez coming set, pitching lefty. To the left-handed hitting Cade Kiss. That's going to miss high. And Kiss draws the walk. 4th walk surrendered. And timeout going to be called. And we may see a pitching change. Gomez might be getting close on pitch count here. Tupper as well. I don't know if Tupper will come out for the top of the 6th, but we shall see as Preston Elder will come to the plate with the bases loaded and 2 out. As they're chatting things over on the mound, we'll go ahead and keep it right here. Don't know if they're planning on going with somebody else here. Looks like they're going to stick with Gomez. He's gotten out of some bases. I mean, this inning, obviously, he gave up the 2 runs, but again, bases are loaded. And if he can get a big out, keep it a 3-run game. 2 runs across. Just 1 hit in the inning for the Tigers. If Eldred can come up with his second hit of the day, it'd be a big one. And now we're ready to go. Pitching righty now, Gomez, and he comes up and in on Eldred. Want to know the count. And misses high, 2-0 now. Gomez going to miss. No, he's going to get it. Called strike, 2-1. I'd say that one was a bit outside, but the 2-1. And a high pop-up that'll be over to second base. They've got it. And the inning is over. The Tigers lead 6-3 as we go to the top of the 6th on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
Vacations, weekend getaway, consolidations, appliances, furniture, medical repairs, and more. When life happens, OFCU has a loan for that. Personal loans are as low as 9.99% APR. Apply in person or online today at oterofcu.org. All loans subject to credit approval and restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Our success is our success. We belong to you.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Tigers in front 6-3. We're in the top of the 6th inning. And it'll be Carlos Cortez that'll lead things off. And Cortez behind the count, 0-1. Ground ball that will stay foul. Nice play by Williams to get to it. Can he get to first? They say he's safe. Boy, I thought that they got the ball there in time. Ooh. You know, good work by Cortez to run that out. The fact that Williams was able to get to that and make it a close play at first is pretty impressive. He was throwing from outside the foul line in third place in third base foul territory and was able to get it over there to Eldred. But just not before the runner crossed the bag. Quick pickoff throw to first by Copeland. Him and Eldred are having a fun time over there, kind of holding the tag to him. You can tell they were chit-chatting with each other over the first base. bunt attempts and unable to make contact with Zarambula on a pitch that was outside. And it's 0-1. And it looks like the cleat for Cortez needed to be relaced, and his first base coach was nice enough to take care of that for him. Oh, these a lot of first base coaches, you can tie your own cleat. 6-3 Tigers as they've pushed it back out to a 3-run lead, led by 4 earlier in the game. Gadsden cut into another bunt attempt by Zarambula, and he's unable to make contact again, and it's 0-2. By the way, a walk for him, which brought in a run in his last at-bat, and a ground out in his other try. And that's a really nice breaking ball from Copeland, called strike 3. And there's one down as Ryan Nieto come to the plate. 1 for 3 with a ground out and a strikeout and a single as he steps in the right-hand batter's box. Top of the order's had a good game today. Dominguez has got a single and an RBI as well. He's in the 2 spot. And here is a little chopper to third. Williams going to take the for sure out at first. Does allow the runner to advance to second, but 5-3 on the putout. And there's 2 down. And they'll bring up Aiden Dominguez, who's 1 for 2, a walk and a single and an RBI and a strikeout in his 3 tries. Got the field umpire chatting with Cortez. Not sure what was going on there. I don't know what was happening. Cortez was, I don't know if he was trying to clear out some dirt or what exactly was, why there was a discussion going on there, but maybe the umpire was just calling time so he could get himself ready. I don't know. That was weird. Nothing noticeable. Good fastball there from Copeland to start the at-bat, 0-1. Swing and a miss. And 0-2. Tigers trying to get the shutdown inning after getting 2 in the bottom half of the 5th. Copeland heading the count 0-2 with a runner on second. Well high and outside, 1-2. As Ruiz had to quickly get out of stance on that fastball. Here it comes. And a pop-up. And we'll get out into center field. Kiss going after it. And actually worked its way all the way over to shallow right field. The Kiss has got it. And the Tigers will go to the bottom of the 6th looking to add on some insurance. They lead 6-3 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
This is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. Banking should be personal. It's the comfort of being greeted by name, celebrating life's milestones, and staying connected to what matters most. Because when your bank truly knows you, you're never just another transaction. We're proud to support you on your financial journey and serve in the communities we call home. First National Bank, where community and commitment come together. Stop in today and experience the difference.
First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Winner Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle,
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. As I believe we do have a pitching change here for Gadsden. As home plate umpire is adjusting his lineup card before we get going again. I thought it was 21 Dominguez who pitched the first game that came back in. Didn't realize he had some pitching left after that first game. As that misses high. But with him being a senior, maybe they want him to be able to go out there and maybe the last inning for him. Jaden Ruiz at the plate. As here comes the pitch. That's in there for a strike. And 1-2 now. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. And so Dominguez, who pitched all 6 innings of the last game, coming in here in the bottom of the 6th of the second game and picks up a strikeout. He pitched very well in the first game. Wasn't for just kind of a bad sequence of events in the bottom of the 6th inning. His team, and it gave his team a great chance to win the ball game. A swing and a miss, and one in the dirt from Williams. Brandon is 1 for 2, a walk and a single, and a line out. He's scored a run today. As fouled off and out of play. 0-2. And the pitch. And that comes in and hits Williams. And so the Tigers will get a base runner on the hit by pitch from Dominguez. Keegan Stagner will come up. He's walked twice and singled 1 for 1. And the Tigers hoping to give themselves just a little bit more breathing room going into the top of the 7th inning. Should mention I still have not seen any scores from Alamo and Gadsden softball tonight. First game should be well done and over with. As the count is 0-1. Stagner swings and misses. And that'll be in there for a strike. 0-2 now. And that'll miss. Oh, gosh. Called strike 3. Well, I would have said that one was inside, but 2 down. And they'll bring in Clifford Phillips, who has struck out twice and then was called out on runner's interference. As first pitch misses, 1-0. And that'll miss high. 2-0's Dominguez, or I should say Hernandez was showing like he was going to throw to first base. Runner goes. That's in there for a strike. No throw to second base. So kind of indifference there, but Williams gets the second, and here's a high fly ball out to right field. Should be playable, and getting over there making the play is the right fielder, Castillo. So the Tigers will have a 3-run lead going to the top of the 7th, trying to finish up the doubleheader sweep. When we return, they lead on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Tiger Baseball and Alamo Sports and Talk.
Transform your home with Ochoa Stucco. Whether it's a fresh look or a durable finish, their expert team delivers quality and style. Say goodbye to bland exteriors and hello to stunning curb appeal. Ochoa Stucco, always a flawless finish. 442-6745.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Vacations, weekend getaway, consolidations, appliances, furniture, medical repairs, and more. When life happens, OFCU has a loan for that. Personal loans are as low as 9.99% APR. Apply in person or online today at oterofcu.org. All loans subject to credit approval. Restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Our success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. As we'll get a pinch hitter for Gadsden to begin this inning. As they will put out number 20, Jason Rubalcaba. And that pitch is going to miss, I think, a little bit up, a little bit inside. Will miss low. And 2-0. Copeland continues for the Tigers. He's trying to go the distance. You don't see anybody warming up for Alamo. I would imagine if they do need to put somebody in, probably somebody that's already out in the field. 2-0. And this will be fouled off back in our direction. 2-1. So it'll be Rubalcaba and Dom Hernandez. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Rubalcaba on his pinch hitting in the first game. Grounded out to second base. 2-2. And a hard hit ball to first. Well fielded by Preston Elder. That one was moving pretty quick there. And there's one down. And Coach Winrow coming out, and I think Copeland came to the end of his pitch count there, so he will come out of the game and gets a big hug from Coach Winrow and I think Brandon Williams as well. They're going to put Copeland over there at third, but giving Billy a chance to come off the field and the senior get a round of applause. I think he'd move over to third, but I think they're going to take him out of the game so everybody can give him a round of applause, and Tigers will change up pitchers here. And it looks like actually Jackson Cole's going to come in and pitch. I thought Williams was going to come in and pitch for him. So Cole's going to try to close it out as he did in the first game. And we will go to the final 2 outs of this inning when we return. Alamogordo leading 6-3 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. trying to come away with the sweep. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Deborah Romero, President and CEO of First National Bank. Community banks are so much more than just a bank in a community. We offer favorable rates and low fees. We are the volunteers that step up to help at local schools, youth sports, and non-for-profit organizations. Community bankers support the community where we all live, work, and play.
Putting you first is in our name. First National Bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans are subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Jaden Ruiz trying to get after a pop-up and just unable to squeeze it in front of the Gadsden bench. And it'll be one strike on Dom Hernandez. So Jackson Cole on the mound for the Tigers. He came in and closed out the first game, trying to do the same here in game two. Another one of these Tiger seniors trying to finish strong as that pitch misses high and inside, 1-1. And fouled off and back to the screen, 1-2. This one right back to the mound. Went off the glove of Cole, but it deflects right to Tupper, and Tupper is able to get it to first for out number 2. And so it'll be Richard Yanez coming to the plate. He's reached all 3 times, once on an error, once on a walk, once on a single, and scored a run as well. You figure Copeland's pitched game 2. Aiden Tupper, a good leadoff job in the leadoff spot and over there at second base. Cade Kiss, a big triple in this game, and I believe he had a couple hits in the first game. Keegan Stagner had a really good day at the plate today. And this one hit in the air. He's got it, and the Tigers get the doubleheader sweep and sweep the series as well. 6-3 the final on the Ridge Motor scoreboard here in game number 2. We will go ahead and take a break and wrap it up on the Otero Federal Credit Union post-game show. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Join the fantastic team at Ochoa Stucco. Full-time positions, on-the-job training, and competitive pay. Start a career in construction. Message Ochoa Stucco on Facebook or call 575-442-6745 to schedule an interview.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Vacations, weekend getaway, consolidations, appliances, furniture, medical repairs, and more. When life happens, OFCU has a loan for that. Personal loans are as low as 9.99% APR. Apply in person or online today at oterofcu.org. All loans subject to credit approval and restrictions may apply. Not all will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Our success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Here in our community, we honor the strength of our military families and their children during Military Child Month. First National Bank is honored to support the families who serve, and we thank you for your service.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is Leanne Bain from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off high interest rate bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender, all on subject to credit approval.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. The Alamogordo Tigers get the doubleheader sweep, and they finish off the season with 3 consecutive wins over Gadsden as they win both games today, 3-1 and 6-3. They won on Tuesday, 6-4 after a big rally. Tigers had a rally in game 1. They had fallen behind 1-0. And then in this game, jumped out to a 4-0 lead. Gadsden made it 4-3. Tigers would extend it out to 6-3. And credit to Billy Copeland, who, after he had a bad 4th inning, put up scoreless innings in the 5th and the 6th, got the first out in the 7th inning as well. So the Tigers also good day at the plate. A.J. Paz, a big 2 RBI single in the 5th inning. He went 2 for 4. Cade Kiss was 2 for 3 with a single and a triple and a run scored. Preston Eldred had a double RBI and a run scored. Brandon Williams, a run scored on a balk back in the 2nd. Keegan Stagner, a single and a run scored on a wild pitch. And another run scored on a second time in the game where the Panthers were trying to catch a Tiger in the rundown, and there was a runner on 3rd, and he came in and scored. Same thing happened in the first game as well. So Tigers took advantage of that. So Daniel Silva walking a run scored today. And Keegan Stagner, single, 2 walks, 2 runs scored. Brandon Williams, a walk and a run scored. He also had a single. Hit by a pitch, stole a base. Preston Eldred was 1 for 3 with that RBI, a double and a run scored. And I think we got everybody there who came away with hits or picked up a run scored today. Copeland again went to 6 innings, and he struck out 3-4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the night. 6, I'm sorry. Don't want to shortchange him any there. And that'll do it for Tiger baseball this season. Unlikely they'll be headed to the postseason. 9-17, they finish up their year. And they also finish it up at 3-12 in district play. So lots of hugs and handshakes over in shallow right field as the Tigers say goodbye to their seniors. And again, 6 of them, 5 of them that we've seen out in the field a lot this year with Aiden Tupper and Billy Copeland, Cade Kiss, Keegan Stagner, and Jackson Cole. And we know for sure Cole and Kiss are both going on to play college baseball. I don't think Tupper, Copeland, and Stagner are. But, hey, it's always great when you know there's at least 2 guys that are out of your graduating class that are going to get a chance to keep playing after this. It's a pretty good deal. So we will be back with Lady Tiger softball next weekend. I still don't have a score for you guys. Let me check one more time up on Max Preps and see if maybe those have been put up. They have not. So we'll try to yeah, it'll be up on the Facebook. We'll make sure we put it up there, also on X. So you can check that out. As for things coming up in Tiger Country over, actually just for Otero County over the next few days. Alamogordo tennis finishes up district coming up on Saturday as they will take on Tally Westover, Tate Westover are in the semifinals in the singles, boys and girls tournaments. And Bella and Shelby Romero, they are going to be in the semifinals of girls doubles. Alamogordo track and field will be at Las Cruces on Saturday. Alamogordo golf on Monday is headed to the district tournament at Red Hawk Golf Course in Las Cruces. Tularosa baseball, as of right now, is scheduled to play tomorrow against Cobre, 4 and 6 o'clock doubleheader. Obviously, if weather impacts that, I believe they can play on Saturday. Tularosa softball is going to play on Saturday against Cobre. Both Thule teams did lose to Cobre on the road, but they get a chance at home. If they can win both games, they can win their respective districts. Mescalero Apache baseball finishes up their season on Saturday at Lordsburg. Mescalero Apache softball's already finished up their year. Tularosa track and field was over at Dexter today. I haven't seen results there, but we'll post those up. That was one of the other things going on today. And Mescalero Apache Cloudcroft track and field on Saturday will be at Cloudcroft for their district meets. I think that's everything. So that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Otero Federal Credit Union to bring any of the pregame, postgame sponsorships and halftime. No, we don't really have halftime in baseball, but, you know. And then also the scoreboard sponsor, Ryan Richardson Motor Company, First National Bank, the Winter Circle, and Ochoa Stucco. Thanks so much to all of our Tiger Sports sponsors. We'll talk to you probably from here in Alamogordo next Friday for first-round state tournament action for Alamogordo softball. Certainly hope that's the case. And have a great rest of your night. Thanks for tuning in to Alamogordo Tiger Baseball. Alamogordo wins 3-1 and 6-3 over Gadsden.
Looking to transform your home's exterior? Meet Rudy Ochoa. With years of experience in stucco, Rudy and his crew deliver quality craftsmanship and stunning flawless finishes. 575-442-6745.
Are your kids riding safely? Did you know 3 out of 4 car seats are used incorrectly? Car seat inspection events happen all around New Mexico, free of charge by the NMDOT Traffic Safety Division.